So here we are, the Lucas Oil 150. Gonna start 15th in this race. Qualified 16th for the Lucas Oil 150, second to last race of the season coming up here at Phoenix Raceway. Got the pole sitter in this one, Harrison Burton, the final race before the championship, of course. The only driver locked into the championship race.
Drive safe, be smart, keep your head on straight.
And here we go, the green flag is in the air here at Phoenix, 150 laps, 150 miles to decide the winner of this one, 45 laps in the opening stage of the race.
You're all clear up top then.
We're already taking it 3 wide into the first turn. Sheldon Creed, Austin Hill, just to the outside of Haley Dugan. Hopefully going to move up to 11th, gaining 4 spots for the first corner of the race.
Car high, careful. You're all clear.
Get to see how these longer runs are going to work out over the course of this one, of course. Harrison Burton, the pole sitter, leads lap 1.
Hold your line, got one inside.
Oh, almost made contact up ahead there between Hill and Snyder. Sheldon Creed going to get back around us. See if we can cross him over into turns 3 and 4. Doesn't look like it's going to work. This truck does feel a little too tight in the early going of the run. Using the controller in this race though here tonight. Creed looks like he's faster than some of the trucks ahead of him. I think Crafton might be holding this whole pack up though. Top 3 really checking away. Consistently getting faster with each growing lap in this one, as now we are closing in again to the back upper of Sheldon Creed. Now looking to his inside. Not going to get him that time. All the way down to the bottom, we're going to split the dog leg of the racetrack. Taking a shortcut through the tri-oval to get to the inside of Creed that time. We've got the advantage on him. Still side by side through 1 and 2, and now down the back straightaway. See if we can clear him coming out of turn 4. We're going to drive it in deep into 3, trying to get it to hold. We're going to clear him, but Creed's going to try the crossover move now. And we're still side by side, but now we alternate lanes.
Careful, still there.
A little bit of a move to the outside. Creed thought about blocking us. He couldn't move up in time, and we're still side by side again down the back straightaway. Great battle for the 11th position going on. It's going to allow some of these trucks to close in from behind. One of them includes another playoff driver there of Stuart Friesen. A little contact made with Anthony Alfredo coming out of turn 2 that slowed us down, and Creed trying to get by Snyder now just ahead of us. This huge pack of trucks for short track racing here tonight. Hopefully to the inside, 3 wide up the middle now, going into 3. Trying to beat Friesen to the bottom of the track, and we did. We still can't clear the 15 of Alfredo. We just cleared him there before we got into turn 1. Definitely was close.
You got room, you're clear.
He's not going to get back alongside of us that time. And look at the race leader though. Harrison Burton really checking out. The stages do not matter for us in this race. Again, we are locked into the championship after that win in Martinsville in the last truck race.
Still there.
So just a matter of trying to get momentum for the next race.
Still there. Got one outside now.
In that championship event. That track's going to race nowhere similar to this one. Homestead,
Still there.
mile-and-a-half racetrack. This being a 1 mile short track. A lot flatter too. Higher banked racetrack at Homestead. A lot more lines. This is pretty much a one groove racetrack all the way around.
You got room. You're clear there.
Gonna clear trade forward position. That'll move us up to 11.
You got room. You're clear there.
Harrison Burton will still at every single lap in this one. Snyder looking to block us to the inside into turn 1. We had a sharper angle. We give him a little bit of a bump. All it does is shoot him out ahead a little further. Stuart Friesen trying to get a run on us now. 3 wide to the bottom into turns 3 and 4. The old 3 and 4.
Car there on the outside.
They reconfigured this track a few years ago.
Stay low, stay low. Car on the outside now. Stay on the bottom.
And we're going to take it 3 wide again now into turn 1. Christian Eckes in the middle, Deegan on the bottom, Austin Wayne himself on the top side of the track. And Matt Crafton still seemingly holding everybody up. He's doing a great job though, holding his line all the way around the racetrack. But here we come to the inside of him now off of turn 4 to the start-finish line. And we'll see if we can clear him off of turn 2 this time for the 6th spot. Driving it in deep on him, it's going to stick. So Deegan up to 6th. Austin Hill, remember, he started right around us. He not only is in the top 5, but is actually closing in the 4th place driver right now. We are currently 9 seconds off the race lead to go in the stage. So the questions here, well, caution's out actually now, so first caution of the race, only on lap 15. So that'll jolt us to the next restart. We will restart on the outside in 6th. We're starting the race in 15th. This will be the first time we will have a restart on the outside. First restart in general as well. Green flag back in the air here at Phoenix. Taking it 3 wide already to the outside of Ben Rhodes, who spins the tires before we even get into turn 1. Austin Hill gets a little loose on the bottom now. 3 wide for 2nd on the top side of the track, and here we go. Going to have a lot of straightaway speed down the back, and we're going to get up to the 3rd spot. And we'll hold on to it. Grant Enfinger trying to protect the bottom. We're going to try to squeeze under him now, side by side for 2nd. Enfinger on the top, Deegan on the bottom. Oh man, never made contact there. We got close though. Trying to, nope, couldn't side draft him. We're going to have to fall in line behind him and try again through turns 3 and 4.
Careful, still there.
Big side draft that time.
Careful, still there.
Staying on the left rear corner panel.
Still there.
And Enfinger's going to clear us again. But us racing each other for 2nd might allow Harrison Burton to maybe pull away from the field. Burton won the Xfinity race in real life this week, and now Austin Hill looking to take it 3 wide, but he backs out of the throttle late there. He had a heck of a run too.
Still there.
We have been side by side with Grant Enfinger for about 3 laps now. Nobody can clear each other. No big side draft down the back stretch. He's running that higher arc. He's having a lot more straightaway speed and exit speed off the corner than what we are. It's a great battle going on here. We can't really drive it in too deep either. So we can't get it to stick on the bottom, right along that yellow line in the corners. We're getting through 3 and 4 this time. We got the nose out in front, but that's all we're going to be able to get out in front. Enfinger's still hanging on for dear life. 22 laps to go in the opening stage of the race. Burton looking for that playoff point out in front of the field. Moffitt stuck behind us. Maybe he can make a run to second.
Stay low, stay low.
This has been an amazing battle, and it has been clean at that. No contact between the two of us right now. With short track racing like this, it's insane. Can Deegan clear him off of turn 4? Yes, at the line.
Inside. You got room, you're clear there.
And now here comes Moffitt to follow us. Brett Moffitt's going to try to pass Enfinger for 3rd now. Enfinger held on for about 4 or 5 laps on the top side of the track before he finally gave up the 2nd position. But not without the fight. So we got 20 laps to go in the opening stage. We'll see if we can try to run down Harrison Burton now. Burton with the clean air out in front of the field though. They were never able to catch lap traffic in the first 15 laps of the race before that first yellow. We are catching them though. Those last 2 laps we were faster than Burton. A little higher entry into turns 1 and 2. We're getting a good drive off compared to what Harrison is. Big run down the back straightaway now into turns 3 and 4. Not close enough to make a move yet. But off the exit of the corner, we're going to become side by side with Burton. But he's going to block us off through the dog leg for the moment. Can we get him back into turns 3 and 4? A little higher than what we wanted. Going to try to set him up coming off though. Great run still. Side by side into turn 3 for the lead. We're going to clear. Doesn't have enough horsepower for the moment to do it. New leader for the first time in the race, Haley Deegan. Out in front of the field with 17 to go in stage 1. Likely see 4 tire pit stops coming throughout the course of the field at the stage break. If not then, it'll be during a caution that could possibly come out before the end of the stage as well. Again, we got nothing to lose as far as stage points are considered. We're not racing for any of that today. The only time this year we are not. It'll be the same for Homestead too in the next race. The stages won't mean anything. It's just whoever finishes better between the top 4 competitors running for the title. It could be Harrison Burton and Brett Moffitt that we could see next week as well, because they're running 1-2 on the racetrack right now behind us in 2nd and 3rd. Would have been interesting to see if we could have caught Burton under green. We were 9 seconds off the lead, but we weren't in lap traffic yet. We stay green to the end of stage 1, we will catch lap traffic. Been running some fast laps here. especially that we've got the clean air taking the lead, but we're not going to have clean air for too much longer here. So we're going to catch the live traffic probably next lap. Like maybe even this lap. Through turns 3 and 4, a good possibility. 31st place truck on the track. Mason Macy will be the first one we will put a lap down in this one. Outside of the driver that is already DNF'd and is on pit road. That was the driver that brought out the first caution of the race. Only a 3.5 second lead for the moment.
Still there. All right, you're clear.
It's been a dominating season.
Still there.
Of course, looking for another win on the year, but even in the playoffs alone, it would be the 5th win of the season. Three wide up through the middle that time between Dean and Greenfield. Greenfield really having a poor playoff effort, not only in the last round where he got eliminated, but even after his elimination. He looked strong at Talladega, but he did not get the finish he would have hoped for. That has continued poorly these last 2 races as well.
Stay on the bottom. All right, you're clear. Still there. All clear. Stay high, stay high. All right, you're clear. All right, you're clear.
Trying to put as many cars a lap down here. Trucks, rather. Trying to put as many trucks a lap down before the end of the stage. Only 6 to go. There'll be less drivers we will have to race from that point forward.
Stay low, stay low.
As far as for the win goes. That's a curveball we could throw at the strategy in this one, because no matter where we finish, we're in the championship. We can really go for broke in this race and try something new.
5 laps to go.
Short tracks do produce quite a bit of tire wear, and we've had quite a bit on that right front here throughout the course of this race.
Still there. You're all clear on the bottom there.
Big clump of lap trucks up ahead here. One of them is a playoff driver of Matt Crafton. He gets trapped a lap down. That could be huge as far as playoff implications go. Oh, Lupton comes up the block. Had to get the brakes.
Stay high up here.
Hit hard on the brakes that time.
Careful. Still there. Inside.
Taking it to the outside. 3 wide through turns 3 and 4. Crafton in 13th. He will go a lap down.
Bottom clear. You got room.
Ross
You're clear
Chastain
there.
as well,
Inside.
just ahead here.
All right, you're clear there.
Chastain's going to go a lap down.
Stay on the bottom here.
So is Christian Eckes. Now only 9 trucks on the lead lap, with Eckes currently in the free pass position, but Chastain, one of the playoff drivers, trying to get around him. He's got 2 laps to do it. Unless we can somehow catch somebody else and put them a lap down before the end of the stage. Chastain just cleared Eckes off of turn 2.
Go easy on the tires.
Red flag in the air, 1 lap to go in the stage.
White flag, hey driver.
Green-white checker flag in the air. Haley Deegan will win stage 1 here at Phoenix. A good start to this one. Getting the dub. So we're obviously going to pit here under the stage brake. Won't have to repair any damage. 3/4 of a tank of fuel will be plenty to fill it up all the way to the finish here in this one. Alright, here we go. Harrison Burton wins the race off of pit road that time, so the green flag will be back in the air. He tried to nail the restart to get back in front of him.
Alright, you're clear there.
Gonna beat him into turns 1 and 2, but now Burton's gonna go to the outside of the racetrack. We drove it in deep through turns 1 and 2 rather, and we got it to stick, but Harrison Burton with the power move on the outside of the track. He's so good on the short runs. Enfinger's going to get on by as well. Man, we almost made contact off of turn 2. Trying to side draft him there. Going into 1.
Got a carload now.
It's getting very tight. These restarts are crazy here at Phoenix.
Hold your line, got 1 inside. You got room, you're clear there. Got 1 outside now.
3 wide for a short moment there, and that didn't last long. Moffitt trying to power move around us as well. Moffitt, another playoff driver contact going into turn 1. He's loose. We're both loose. Slater into the wall. And now we're 3 wide again down the back stretch. We're able to at least get down to side by side now by the time we get into the corner. Very tight early in the run. The truck definitely loosens up the more tire we're able to get. Nice side draft off of Gilliland.
Car high, careful.
Todd's still going to pass us around the top though. Seven laps left. Chastain was able to get the free pass under that last caution. That's huge for him to not only stay in the top 10 and get that important 1 stage point at the end of the stage, but to remain on the lead lap as well. That is huge. trying to run these guys back down. In front of us, truck in the wall hard. It's Austin Wayne Self. He's still out of control and crashing off of turn 2. Second caution of the race. And that'll bunch us back up once again. The winner at Talladega a couple races ago having an issue here in this one, and that will likely take him out of this. Looked like he had a tire go down off the exit of the corner into the wall hard, couldn't keep it off the wall. And the free pass that time will go to Johnny Sauter. Crafton falling back to the pack. He's now back to 18th. Remember, he didn't get any stage points. He's still held a lap down right now. He could be in danger of missing the playoffs here if he's not careful.
We're going green. Be ready here. Green,
So here we go. Green flag back in the air once again. 32 laps to go in stage 2 as we're going to take it 3 wide up the middle. 4 wide now going into turns 1 and 2. I'm sure you will see more of that here as the course of the race moves on. Well over a third of the race through. Closing in towards the halfway mark. About another 20 laps, a little less than 20 laps.
Still there?
Still trying to stay side by side with Moffitt for the 6th position.
Got one outside now.
Wyatt Snyder kind of holding his own too.
All right, you're clear.
So Moffitt not only powers past us, now he's looking to the inside of Snyder for 5th.
Car outside.
Driving in a little too deep through 3 and 4 that time. Got it to stick, but now a huge crossover move by Gilliland. Just able to block him. We got really loose there trying to get the truck to turn. But just able to stay in front of him. No contact had to be made either. It was a clean block. It was risky, but it was clean. We had 18 trucks start to try to pull away once again. He's actually got Stu Friesen on his back bumper. Friesen, another playoff driver. Winning, you're in the championship for those other 5 drivers. Some of them seemingly in must-win scenarios. Moffitt was the last driver in on points coming into this race by 24 points. He was to the good. Isn't safe by any means, especially if the pick their 6th place points driver gets the win in this one. And I think Harrison Burton was outside the cut line entering this race. Two drivers DNF'd in this one. Austin Wayne Self is one of them who had a hard crash into the outside wall in turn 2 moments ago. And we had our first caution of the race back on lap 15 in the opening stage. I'm not sure exactly who that was. We'll have to check at the end of stage 2 to see exactly who it was. We are closing in on Snyder for 6th. But it's tough to tell right now if Harrison Burton's pulling away. Friesen's been working on him, but they've been racing clean. They haven't really been side-by-side, at least not yet battling, so I think that's why they might have been pulling away from us a little more. That's good. They're trying to let the stage settle itself out here. Already only 25 to go. They look to the inside of Snyder going into turn 1. Big drive to the bottom, trying to get it to hold. Big side draft now to 3 and 4, trying to make a clean pass on him. I think we'll get him into turn 3 here.
Still there.
3 and 4, we are going to clear him, but now he's going to try a crossover move, and we can't get down in time. No, we do. Wow. Not expecting that to happen. So we do make the clean pass. And we got this 19 truck back up to 6th. Ben Rhodes will be the next driver to pass here for the lead lap. In the 5th spot, he's not too far behind 3rd and 4th either. So in the top 6, we currently have 4 of the 6 playoff drivers, and then Ross Chastain is in fact in 8th. And remember, he is coming through the field strong. He restarted at the rear of the field at the end of the stage, got the caution he needed to line back up again closer to us. I don't think he pitted under that last stage. I think he probably would be leading if he did. But he has now driven past Snyder behind us, about a second back now. And Ross Chastain's up to the 7th position. We haven't led many laps in this race. We've only led 17 laps. It was the last 17 laps of the first stage. Hence the stage win. Harrison Burton, though, by far has led the most laps in the late cautions are definitely going to help us. We got 3-truck battle going on for second now between Friesen, Enfinger, and Moffitt. And that is really allowing Burton to pull away from him. Harrison Burton's still about 3 seconds ahead of us. We're not going to catch him right away. We'll see if we'll be able to catch him by the end of the stage here. It'll be close. I think we can get the second for sure, especially the more those guys race with each other. The tires are definitely starting to come in here these last few laps. Out of the back bumper of Ben Rhodes. To the inside going into turn 3.
Still there?
Deegan going to clear him off of turn number 4 at the line. Going to be blocked up as well. So Haley Deegan makes the pass. He's up to the 5th spot on the track. Now that Grant Enfinger passed Friesen for 2nd, Moffitt's going to get around him for 3rd. So Friesen quickly falling back. Seems like after about 10 laps, this truck kind of goes away. He's not as fast. And Enfinger looks like he's actually kind of running down Burton, despite Burton having the clean air. Big run now on Friesen down the backstretch to the inside, going into turn 3. Can we complete the pass on our fellow playoff driver? Yes, we will. Trying to catch another fellow playoff driver, Brett Moffitt now. As the leaders ahead of us are about to catch lap traffic in another lap or two. We're going to move down to the inside, coming off the corner, really using the apex to our credit there, diamonding the corner off. And we're going to try to nab another spot on Moffitt. Up. Might have beat us back to the gas there, side by side to the line. And we're going to clear him out of the dog leg. Deegan up to 3rd now with Harrison Burton closing in from behind.
Hold your line, got one
Oh,
inside.
back down to the bottom goes Moffitt. Contact is made. I didn't think he was going to try to shove it in there in the last second. He did. And here we go.
Still there?
Balicki going to get in both of our ways now. We're going to try to split him off of turn 4. Nope, we use him as a pick to get around Moffitt. We're back to 3rd again, only 14 laps to go in stage 2. And Enfinger is going to pass the race leader, Harrison Burton, for the time being around the outside. As we're all trying to go around the outside of the lap traffic, we have caught the leaders now. Now, an aggressive move to the bottom, trying to split the lap track. Corbin Forrester, we're going to get to the inside of Burton now for 2nd. The two fastest trucks now side by side here for the second position. Enfinger's still trying to get by the lap trucks ahead of us. Big dive bomb move into 3 and 4. Deegan's going to get on by. We're up to second. Enfinger trying to squeeze between the lap traffic. Nowhere to go. We're going to go to the outside, up near the wall. 3 wide off of turn 4. Kind of getting pinched off slightly. Then change up the line again. Deegan out in front with 12 laps to go in stage 2. Harrison Burton's caught up to the back bumper of Enfinger now. Can he get back around him for second? Burton trying to fight for playoff, not playoff points if he doesn't win the stage, but stage points in the cutoff race to see who makes the championship. He might need those. He was in a hole. He was back below the cut line entering this race. Problem is, the guy above the cut line, he's racing Brett Moffitt. Finished third in stage 1. And is now up to third and now up to second. Brett Moffitt out of nowhere is up to second. Battling hard with Harrison Burton. Burton's a clean racer, but what if he just dumped him right now? That would be crazy. I'd be going insane if that happened. Well, to try and move himself into the playoffs here as we're nearing the end of the stage. A lot more room to run for those trucks behind us. A lot more clean air than what we currently have, but with all of them racing with the lap traffic and with each other, a 4-wide battle for second is going on behind us. About 4 seconds back off the lead, and with 9 laps left, we should be able to coast it to the end of the stage for the stage win, as long as the caution doesn't come out. So we'll see if we will have any heightened drama here in the closing laps of the stage. It has been a great race from start to finish here. We have 8 laps to go. Five seconds ahead of Moffitt now. We're not going to lap nearly as many cars as what we did by the end of the last stage. It took us a lot longer to get to the lead in stage 2 compared to what it did in stage 1. And I think that's a sign that the other closer trucks, as far as competitiveness in this race, on the longer runs, they are getting a little bit better as the race moves on, which kind of scares me as far as trying to get the race win. Not really that nervous. Like I said, we've got nothing to lose. We're locked into the championship. But here's a guy that's got a lot to lose, Matt Crafton.
Still there. He got room to clear that.
He was looking solid on points coming in, but he is not having a good day in 17th. Currently 2 laps down, while the other 5 playoff drivers out of the 6 are all in the top 7. So that is not at all what Crafton wants to see with him. Likely not going to get any stage points today. And now that he's 2 laps down in this one, it's going to be tough just to get back on the lead lap by the end of the race.
Stay on the bottom. 5 to go. You got this.
Now the final stage is going to be longer. These first 2 stages were each 45 laps, so the final stage will be 60. We could run about 6 to 8 laps on a full tank of fuel, but I don't know how we're going to be able to run otherwise. 4 laps left here in the stage. I don't know if our tires are going to be able to last. We have had a lot of tire fall off seemingly, and I don't know where our competitors are at as far as the tire fall off is considered, but it might show if we go caution free in the next stage. We might have to pit before the end of it. I don't know. It'll be tough to say. We're going to win by more seconds than what we did in the last stage to start taking the lead a lot later. 10 laps later than what we did back in stage 2. We're going to go 2 laps down the 13th spot now. I don't know, it's going to be a fun, interesting kind of strategy race to the finish if you're just joining us. 2 to go now in stage 2. Flag in the air, 1 lap to go in stage 2. We didn't need both these stage wins tonight, but we will take them for sure, giving us our best advantage by the start of the final stage. We did lose the race off of pit road though. At the end of stage 1, Harrison Burton got it. We were able to beat him into turn 1. I think we drove it in just a little too deep and he was able to pass us back on the outside. So we're going to win stage 2. We'll see how the pit stops are going to go here. And we will have a 60-lap final stage, but by the time we go green, we should only have roughly 56 or 57 laps left. So we're definitely going to have to pit here. 4 fresh tires. Again, 3/4 of a tank of fuel. We'll be good on fuel to the end of the stage. But we will have 56 laps to run on the tires.
Coming to the green.
Nevertheless, now Moffitt wins the race off the pit road. So that's a surprise. He gained a couple spots there. The green flag is going to be back in the air. And here we go. In stage 3, we didn't get as good of a jump that time as what we... Oh, a little loose now into turns 1 and 2. And look at Enfinger trying to thread it up the middle.
You got room. You're clear. Inside.
Didn't work out for him. Ben Rhodes out of nowhere. He's up to 3rd. We're going to try to get under him. We're going to drive it in real deep through 3 and 4. Getting a little tight in the process. Enfinger trying to squeeze to the outside. 3 wide. We're stuck in the middle. 55 laps to go.
Car on the outside now.
Look at Brett Moffitt. He might be holding up Harrison Burton, but he's got... Moffitt is not going to be in the playoffs because Moffitt was the last guy in.
Got a car high now.
On points.
All right, you're clear.
And Burton was below him on the cut line. He quickly faded back to 7th. 3 playoff drivers in front of us and 1 just behind us in 8th of Ross Chastain. He'll probably be faster for at least the next 5 to 10 laps. We just got to do our best holding the field up behind us.
Looking inside now.
And hopefully we don't fall too far behind the leaders this time. We had 2 cautions in this one so far. Big block there on Chastain at the line. 53 laps to go. Again, will our right front tire be able to make it all the way to the finish?
Still there inside.
And dive bombing late into the corner. There is Chastain. Pinching him down, trying to side draft him now. Down the back straightaway into turn 3. Chastain is going to make the move. And now Sheldon Creed looking to pass us as well. Creed is a lap down.
All right,
We're going to clear him onto the dog leg now.
Inside.
A little higher line there. Feeding back to the gas. Creed's still going to stay to the inside of us, slowing us down just enough right now.
Inside.
Man, this is tight. I don't know. Oh, contact there with Snyder, slightly. Not enough to really damage either truck, though. We keep in the gas and we keep it rolling.
Careful, still there.
That was a pass for position Snyder just made. That puts us back to 9th. With the lap truck of Creed in his way, we might be able to get him back here. Nope, he's protecting the bottom pretty well. Look at how aggressively he's trying to get down underneath the Creed. We're going to go aggressive as well as we go down to the apron through the dog leg. We might take this 3 wide going into turn 1. Nope. Oh, we were close to the back bumper of Snyder. He's going to get on by Creed, and we're still stuck behind Sheldon. 10 trucks on the lead lap. Creed first truck a lap down in 11th. He's hoping for a quick yellow. Get the free pass, get back on the lead lap, and have somewhat of a shot to win this. I got to give credit where credit's due here. Brett Moffitt is still out in front of the field. Will we go caution free in the third and final stage of the race? We had caution each of the first 2 stages. Probably should have went to the apron there to try and get around Creed. Just to the inside, but I think it's a little too late. And it's still a little too early in the run that Creed's tires, I mean, they're equal to mine, but definitely run a lot harder earlier in the run. That's probably why they're a little faster than us. Rode along with the in-truck cam at all here tonight. Any of the different truck angles. So we'll have to do that quite a bit here before the end of this race. A version of the NASCAR on Fox cranking up here. About 7 seconds off the race lead here. Moffitt's still ahead of Burton, but they're pretty much bumper to bumper. Doesn't look like on the track map down below that he's really pulled away from him. A couple trucks side by side just in front of us here. Maybe we can catch him. It's Todd Gilliland, Mike Snyder. Here we go. Looking to the inside, Snyder's going to clear Gilliland. That slows his momentum down. Now we get to the inside of the Ford truck off of turn 2. Looking to complete the pass through 3 and 4. We're going to do that. And we're closing to the back bumper of the 27 truck as well in the process, looking for the 7th position. And with only 43 laps left and down about 7 seconds off the lead, it is time to get going here. On a short track, these laps will fly by before the finish of this race, let me tell you. Quickly looking down to the bottom on the inside. It's a great battle, huge side draft that time, 42 laps left. Can we pass them through 1 and 2? No. Fighting back on the top, but we beat him back to the gas still. We're going to clear him onto the corner. Now Gilliland pulls up alongside of Snyder. That allows us to pull away even more. And we're up to 7th now. Ross Chastain just behind us. Really got back in the gas soon that time. 40 to go. Catching up to the inside of Ross Chastain. Big run now and a big dive into turns 1 and 2. Look at how close one another gets. He kind of pinches us down. Now there's contact up the racetrack. We still try to stay alongside of Chastain. Now we're going to fall in behind him. Contact probably hurt me more than it helped. So right on his back over again. Another big move to the inside and another big side draft. And then turns 3 and 4, driving it in deep and beating him back to the gas that time. Crossover move by Chastain unsuccessful. 38 laps to go. We have just passed Ross Chastain for 6th. Another playoff driver, Stuart Friesen, ahead of us in 5th. And we'll try to get by him as well here in the next couple laps. The leaders caught lap traffic a little bit ago, as we were 8 seconds back of the lead. Now we're about 7.5 back, so we've gained about a half second in the last 2 laps. Still plenty of, well, I wouldn't say plenty of time to catch the leaders, but despite the laps going to tick by kind of quick here with being on a short track. Hoping that lap traffic will slow them down just enough. And as well, we're going to have to get through them pretty quickly ourselves. Friesen really getting stuck behind the lap truck of Balicki just ahead of us. We caught him a ton that last lap, and he's still stuck behind him.
Still there?
Sorry, not Balicki, but oh no, it is Balicki. Yep, never mind.
Alright,
Using the lap truck as a pick, that'll move us up to 5th. With 35 laps to go here at Phoenix.
Still there. All clear.
And Rhodes, 4 seconds ahead of us in 4th. We've got a few lap trucks in between us as well.
You got room. You're clear.
After the in-truck cam now for the final time here today.
You're all clear up top there.
Ben Rhodes now a little less than 3 seconds ahead of us. Right front tire at 47% too here. Just over 30 laps left. I don't know, we'll have to see how that's going to work out as well, getting all the way to the finish. We got to take care of our tires, but we really have to run these guys down. We got to take the lead first before we can start conserving our tires. Even then, we probably want a minimal the lead here. There's a couple different ways we could take this strategy to the end of the race, but there's no guarantees there's going to be a caution. Only 2 of them all night. This has been a long green flag run too. We might go. I mean, this green flag run could last 92 laps all the way to the finish of the race. Wouldn't that be something? In a 150 lap race, a 92 lap green flag run to the finish despite having 2 cautions and 2 stage breaks. Only because I don't consider the stage breaks as actual cautions. They're not cautions for incident. Laps left, still in 5th.
Still there. Both clear.
We're still about 5.5 seconds off the lead. show what the lap traffic is capable of doing here on the short tracks. Really disrupts the airflow. How the trucks handle, how you can try to get around them, and again, with this being a one-groove short track for the most part, definitely makes it difficult. We have caught Ben Rhodes for fourth now. We're going to get to his inside.
Still there.
Caught Travis Quaffle in a terrible spot there as Rhodes trying to go high above him. I guess that's going to work out for him to get around the lap truck, but he did lose the fourth spot a lot easier. I think we were going to get around him eventually anyway, but it is good that we got by him kind of quick and are pulling away from him pretty quick as well. Beat there for turns 1 and 2. Grant Enfinger now is taking the race lead away. Enfinger has just passed Brett Moffitt, and Harrison Burton still in third. I should say still behind Moffitt.
Careful, still there. You got room.
We have definitely caught these leaders a lot these last few laps. Definitely trending in the right direction. As far as the laps are considered, it is taking us longer on this one to catch the leaders, and again, I think it has to do with staying green the entire time, not really getting a caution either. Really squeezing underneath of Johnny Sauter that time. Leaders all 1, 2, 3, about a second and a half ahead of us. I'll try to zoom by that lap truck. Here they are coming, 25 laps to go. Gonna look to be, oh, big move there. Probably not going to work out to our advantage. Laying the outside. We were closing in on Harrison Burton. Big run at the end of the straightaway. Down to the bottom into turns 3 and 4. Side by side for third with Harrison Burton. And we will clear Harrison Burton out of the... Oh, no contact with the 88 truck, and Crafton goes around, and we're into the wall as well. Caution's out. Oh, no. Third caution of the race. And we got a little damage that we're going to have to repair here that we caught on the back bumper of the 88 truck trying to miss him. We're just going to have to repair damage here. Not going to pit for tires. Be an unfair advantage. So now we're going to restart back in 9th. Sauter gets the free pass in the 10th spot. And that was terrible for Crafton. He is a playoff driver. So, and he is 3 laps down, 2 and 18. That is costly for him. Sauter will restart at the rear of the field here as we will go green in this one. 20 laps to go here at ISM. The green flag is back in the air again. 3 wide right off the restart now. Driving it in deep here through turns 1 and 2 on the bottom of the racetrack. Just trying to get it stick now. We got Moffitt to our outside. Harrison Burton quickly up to second on the restart now. Grant Enfinger with the clean air. He's got the race lead. Side by side with Burton. 19 laps to go. Driving it in deep here through turns 1 and 2. We're going to get it to stick enough to at least clear Harrison Burton. We are up to second. Moffitt now to the inside of Burton for third behind us. So we try to catch Grant Enfinger in the 98 truck. Looking to his inside. Can't get it that time. All the way down to the apron now. Really cutting it through the dog leg. Can we clear him before we get into one? Big power move. Deegan's going to get him. Crossover move to the bottom. Here comes Enfinger right back. Enfinger still fighting. It'll be a lead change at the line this time. And just like that, Haley Deegan with 7 is out in front of the field here at Phoenix. Goes to show though, compared to usual in the truck series here at Phoenix though, our fastest lap ever is of 27.546. And our fastest lap in this race is a 27.657. So now our right front tire is getting pretty worn out with 16 laps to go. Will it last to the end? I don't think it will. 19% tire wear left on it. And we might have to fight here for this win. Got to pull away as far as we can. I don't really know if we can conserve the tires much. It's going to be violent going off the apron here down at the bottom of the racetrack, but it is going to shorten the length of the track up. And the battle for second behind us is possibly going to be the battle for the win. Especially here we go. 14 laps left. Yeah, that battle for second is going to be the battle for the win if we blow right front tire, but the caution comes out with 14 laps to go. We get a yellow. I'll give Kyle Benjamin the free pass in the 11th spot. And we're gonna pit. We're gonna take 4 fresh tires here on pit road. We'll see if anybody else will follow. I don't think anybody's gonna follow us. Take a half can of fuel here. We don't have to, but we will. We're gonna pit from the lead because I don't know if that right front tire is gonna make it. And we will have 11 laps left on the restart following the 4th caution of the race.
All right, be smart out there.
Here we go. Green flag back in the air. End finger will lead us to the green. This could be the craziest restart yet. We've already had crazy ones. 11 laps to decide the winner of this one. Getting tight. 3 wide already. We're on the outside of the track. Up near the wall. Chastain in front of us. Contact into the back bumper of the 45. Everybody racing for points. Still on the back bumper. Down the back stretch. Giving him a shove. We're boxed in. Can't get to the bottom. Top is all plugged up for right now. We're going to have to pass around the top side as much as possible. 10 laps to go here at Phoenix. Freezing blocks us off now, getting into one, and we're a little out of shape. Look at Harrison Burton. He's working hard on end finger, trying to get to the lead. Moffitt, Rhodes, down to the bottom. 3 wide for 3rd, going into 3. We're going to take a big dive. Trying to get it to stick. We're still 3 wide. Off the exit of the corner. Down in the apron. We're up to 3rd. We have 9 laps to go. Burton still looking for the lead. On end finger. Deegan closing up on 4 fresh Goodyears right behind. Looking to the outside. Here comes Burton as we look to the outside. Going into turns 3 and 4 once again. Can we get it to stick? We are for the time being. Big move. Half the line. Enfinger leads the lap by inches, but Haley Deegan going to clear everybody going into turn 1. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Down to the apron to protect this time. New leader at the line with 7 laps to go. Haley Deegan out in front once again. Trying to steal the show late on 4 fresh tires. Surprised nobody else pit there. It would have been interesting to see if that right front tire was going to make it all the way back around to the finish. We were never going to get to see that, and now we have 6 laps to go. But of course, with 6 to go. Will we get a caution before the end of the race? Enfinger, Harrison Burton really pulling away. Burton almost in a must-win scenario. Although Crafton's not having a great day, I don't think that's going to be enough. I think he needs to win to move on, and we're going to try to shortcut these laps as much as possible. Try to get to the white flag as quick as possible. If a caution comes out, we go to overtime. And if not, we will finish the race on 4 cautions, 2 of which coming in the last 20 laps. This is just great racing that we have seen, all the way throughout the course of this one, from the drop of the green flag at the start of the race all the way to the checker. Three to go. Harrison Burton, he's in 3rd right now. He is looking for one last chance, a caution, to put it all on the line on the restart and give it one more go to maybe win the title. 2 to go. We're not going to catch lap traffic at all here by the end of this race. For this final 11 lap stretch to the finish, despite it being a short track. Can we get to the white flag through turns 3 and 4? We're almost there. Burton's shot at the postseason is over because the white flag is in the air. 1 lap to go. Burton's championship shots will be concluded at the end of this lap. He can't do anything else. He can improve his spot one more if he can get around Moffitt, or sorry, Enfinger rather, but I don't think it'll be enough. And through 3 and 4 for the final time, Hailie Deegan will get the win at Phoenix. 5th win of the playoffs for Deegan, as we ride momentum, entering the championship race at Homestead in the next one. Now winning back-to-back races. Big drag style burnout there at the finish. 67 minutes despite the 4 cautions from start to finish here in this one tonight. That's an hour and 7 minutes total. 1 bull stages and a race. Matt Crafton, our other playoff driver, fell back to 19th after that little bit of a crash there. Only 2 drivers to DNF were Austin Wayne Self and Rafael Lassard. And that brought out the first 2 cautions of the race. And there is your playoff format there. So Crafton does sneak in by 13 points despite Harrison Burton having a great day. Crafton's big point buffer coming into this race despite not having a good run got him in. So for the championship 4 at Homestead, it will be Hailie Deegan, Stuart Friesen, Brett Moffitt, and Matt Crafton going for the title, as Harrison Burton and Ross Chastain were both eliminated after this race today. So we'll be going for a championship in the Truck Series. It's what we worked for. We won the regular season title. We've won a lot of races this year. We did not lead the most laps in this race, but we did have a good run overall, winning both stages in the race, of course. We were there when we needed it, taking the lead for the final time and leading the last 7 laps of this race. That is going to be it here for this live stream. For more daily NASCAR content and videos such like this, live streams in general, great commentary, hit the subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. Hit the like button down below if you enjoyed this race, the video, the commentary in general. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.